All right, here we go. So this is like ultra funny right here. We're gonna start off with Tuna for Princess. My opponent's gonna activate Max C, and then from here we're gonna summon out Buzzsaw Shark, and we're gonna go right into Crooked Cook. Now, if you do play this deck, make sure you don't put Crooked Cook in the extra monster zone. And there's a good reason for why I say that. So my opponent is gonna go Rahu Draco Tail. He's gonna go Draco Tail Athalion. And let me speed this up because they are going to do a lot of stuff. So they go Key 2 Draco Tail. They put Horn on the field. They put the Rahu Draco Tail. And they are just making their plays. They go Mysterion. And then they're just going to crash just like that. Crash right into my field. Now, they only really have one win condition in this deck. And they have to be perfect on their timing to beat Crooked Cook. That win condition is they have to go Albion the Sanctifier Dragon, and they have to have enough stuff ready to pop Crooked Cook the moment their body summons the field. They have to activate all of their fusion effects. They basically have to activate everything they can to try to pop Crooked Cook like right then and there. And I can just basically wait and activate Crooked Cook after they resolve everything pretty much. And then they have to like chain and time it perfectly. If they don't, then they basically lose. And he goes for the wrong branded monster right there. And I was just going to hold Santa Claus for that anyways. But yeah, he ends up surrendering. Or she, Pamela Chu. So this is the deck that I was playing. It's a 60 card Crooked Cook deck. Absolutely cooks Draco Tail, cooks yummy. And this is the deck that she was playing, the Pamela Chu. Now, there's nothing in this deck that can out my board aside from this one monster right here, Albion the Sanctifier Dragon. And the only thing that they can really do, so they have to activate this on my turn. So yeah, so this would be their win condition, Albion the Sanctifier Dragon. So they would make this, and then on my turn, they can target two monsters in any graveyard. So my graveyard or their graveyard, and then summon both of those monsters to one on my field, one on their field. Now, the problem with this is Crooked Cook can clear its own field. So if Crooked Cook summons, then if they summon, then basically they can do something. They can interact. Now, depending on how I make Crooked Cook, depends on if they can beat it or not. If I make it using the Astral Karibo, then they have less way of being able to actually beat it because sure, they could send it back off of Arthalion, but all I have to do is just wait until the Arthalion activation to target it and then send it back. But with Gulamel won't be able to pop it because it'll still be basically immune to destruction effects still. But if I make it with Right Hand Shark, then essentially it's only immune to battle at that point. So I've done this before where people have tried to pop it and they couldn't. Now that means they would have to continuously loop this card. So the first time they try it out, it might not work. Unless they got enough monsters, bodies, and effects that they can do. Now, by the time they figure this out, I would have probably had a lot of hand traps and a lot of cards to be able to actually make another Crooked Cook. So even if they did get rid of my stuff, I could probably just make another Crooked Cook, and because it will be my turn, by the way. and I would have the kaiju to just tribute off whatever they put on the field. And it also looks like they're playing one Gulamel. So if I wanted to, I really could just drop that on Gulamel, making it hard for them to remove that way, and forcing them to have the removal be the Arthalion, in which that would give them even more difficulty. And because Crooked Cook is in defense, Horn can't do anything about it. So their real only good option for removal at that point would be the Arthalions and then the Gulamel. And then I guess the fusion summon effects that can also pop cards would be another good way to do it. But they only get really one opportunity to do that. And of course, because of the way the fusions work, they're going to have to trigger them off. So I can just literally chain to the very end of all of that with Crooked Cook and dodge it all, only losing one material. So that doesn't hurt me. And then if I really wanted to, I could just wipe their entire field by putting my Crooked Cook into attacking, and then using Zeus to completely wipe the field, leaving them with absolutely nothing, and then making another Crooked Cook. So, yeah,